My name is Clara Bennett. I'm 35 years old. I work in a hospital in a small coastal city. My days are often long and emotionally draining, but I love what I do, helping people, truly seeing them in their most vulnerable moments, has always given my life meaning. I was never really looking for love, but life has a way of surprising us when we least expect it. I met Ethan in the hospital lobby. He was waiting for someone. We exchanged a few casual words while the elevator took forever to arrive. He was easy to talk to, soft-spoken, funny in a quiet way. He had that calm presence that made you feel like everything was going to be okay. We ran into each other a few more times. A shared coffee, a conversation that stretched far longer than expected. It was easy, natural. I never asked if he was single, and he never told me he wasn't. The months passed. We grew closer. We'd meet after work, talk about everything and nothing. I loved the way he listened, how he remembered the smallest things I said. I felt safe around him, understood. I started to feel things I hadn't let myself feel in a long time. It felt real. It felt honest. Until the phone rang. It was late. I had just gotten home from a night shift. My phone buzzed. I didn't recognize the number. "Hello," I answered, expecting a colleague or maybe a patient's family. There was silence for a moment, then a voice, calm, steady, but heavy. "Is this Clara Bennett?" "Yes," I replied slowly. "This is Isabel Langston. I'm Ethan's wife." Those words stopped time. I sat down. The room spun. My hands trembled. "I saw you with him," she continued. "I've known something was off for a while. I needed you to know." I couldn't speak. I didn't understand. He told me he was spending more time at work, staying late. I didn't want to believe it, but I followed him once. "I saw you." My mouth opened, but no words came. "I'm not calling to fight," she said. "I'm calling because I still love him. I want to save our family." I don't remember how long I sat there, listening. Her voice carried pain, but not anger, just sorrow. A kind of sorrow that can only come from someone who's watched love slip through their fingers and still refuses to let go. I whispered, "I didn't know. I'm so sorry." She paused, then said softly, "He never told you, did he?" "No," I replied, "not once." The next day, I asked to meet Ethan. He smiled when he saw me. I didn't smile back. He sensed it. "Is everything okay?" "No," I said. "We need to talk." We found a quiet place near the old stone bridge by the hospital. The water below was calm. The air felt heavy. "Your wife called me," I said. His face dropped. "She told me everything." Ethan looked away. "I was going to tell you." "No," I interrupted, "you weren't." He was silent. I took a deep breath. "You lied to both of us. You made me believe in something that wasn't real." "I didn't want to lose you," he whispered, "but you were never mine to lose." He reached for my hand. I pulled away. "You have to choose," I said quietly, "but I won't stand in the middle of a broken promise." I walked away that day. My chest ached, my hands shook, but my feet kept moving. I thought about Isabel, about her courage, about the kindness in her voice, even through her pain. I thought about all the women who have ever sat alone at night, wondering where the person they loved had gone. And I thought about myself, how easy it was to fall into a story that wasn't mine. The days that followed were not easy. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. The laughter that once came so easily now felt like a distant memory. I tried to fill the silence, work, errands, calls with friends, but it always came back. The ache, the betrayal, the grief of something never had the chance to be honest. I called my oldest friend, Naomi. She met me at a little coffee shop near the bay. I told her everything. When I finished, she reached across the table and held my hand. "You did the right thing," she said. "You walked away with your dignity. That matters, but it still hurts," I replied. "It's supposed to," she said gently, because it meant something. Weeks turned into months. I started therapy. I journaled every night. I let myself cry without guilt. One morning, I woke up and didn't think of Ethan first. That was the day I knew I was healing. I reached out to Isabel. We met at a quiet park. She was sitting on a bench, holding a book she wasn't reading. "Thank you for coming," she said. "Thank you for calling me," I replied. We talked for hours. About him, about us, about everything we lost and everything we'd learned. "I don't hate you," she said. "I don't hate him either," I replied. "But I'm done trying to love someone who doesn't know how to be honest." She smiled, tears in her eyes. "You're stronger than you think." "So are you." In that moment, we weren't two women caught in a broken love story. We were survivors, warriors of quiet wars. A few weeks later, I made a decision. I packed my bags, left the hospital, and moved to another city, not to escape, to begin again. I found a job in a smaller clinic. The pace was slower. The people were kind. The ocean was closer. And in the silence of my new apartment, I found peace. One day, I received a message from Isabel. I talked to him. "We're trying. It's not easy, but we're trying. Thank you, Clara, for your honesty, for stepping back, for everything." I stared at the screen, tears blurring the words. I replied, "You deserve happiness. I hope you find it." And I meant it. I still think about Ethan sometimes, not with bitterness, but with gratitude. Because that heartbreak taught me the most powerful thing I've ever learned, that I am whole, even without someone else's love. I take long walks now. I smile more. I say yes to things I used to be afraid of. I know love will find me again. And this time, it will be real. Until then, I choose me. Every day, I learned that love should never come at the cost of someone else's pain. That honesty is more valuable than charm. That walking away isn't weakness, it's wisdom. And that the quietest goodbyes sometimes lead to the loudest healing. So if you've ever loved the wrong person, if you've ever been lied to, or had to let go before you were ready, please know you are not alone. You are stronger than the silence, wiser than the pain, and more lovable than you've ever been told. Your story doesn't end in heartbreak. It begins with healing.